All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going good.
Also joined by Mike Hughes. How's it going, Mike?
What the fuck is up, Buttercup?
And then we're also joined by Rob Scott. How's it going, Rob?
What's going on, y'all? Finally got my voice back, so I'm giving what little bit I got to the people.
The voice.
Okay, you press the right damn buttons over here.
Hi, Pops.
Hey, how's it going?
I agree full-heartedly. I hate that dog. I hate that dog in my heart. I promise you. I promise you. They call me Robbie Gold in the streets. I'll kick the shit out that dog.
He said, "What's up?" That's what that dog said. What's up? What's up, y'all? They gonna talk to me?
Oh man, hey, that's enough. All right, what you got? What you guys think about KD hurting himself during warm-ups?
Oh my god, I saw that. I was like, wow. What's up with these 7-foot guys, man? It's like every time they take a fall, you just hold your breath. Like that was really a freak accident. Like he slipped on the. Was he running to get the ball, or was he like practicing a jab step or something?
It was like a layup kind of thing. I don't know what he was. He was just fucking around. To be honest, it wasn't even crazy.
I wonder how bad is it though.
They said he might miss the regular season.
It's that bad?
Yeah.
I know the towel boy probably getting fired.
Oh, he gone. He gone. But I did watch the video. He didn't even really slip, to be honest. It wasn't really like he slipped on a liquid. It kind of just looked like he busted his ankle the way he kind of just moved. I think he just lost his footing. It was really just a weird go.
Well, remember when he tore his Achilles? It didn't look like anything fancy. I just remember him saying he turned around because he thought somebody kicked him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, been there. Been there.
See, that's why you gotta have a cat. See, cat. People don't even know I got a cat unless he jump up here.
But that's really how it is though, because that was the same thing that happened to me over the summer when I tore my Achilles. Like I tore my Achilles like 3 times. It was a baby tear, and it was a little tear, and then the third one I was playing softball in that league I play for, and I hit a single. I hit it right up third base line, and I'm running the first. The second I touched the bag, I felt like the first baseman just kicked me in the back of my leg, and I turned around like I was ready to go. I didn't know what happened, but we was doing it, and he was as confused as me. He didn't know what was going on, but it really does feel like it's a weird sensation. And with this one, that's just tough. That's just the basketball god said, "Nah, you don't deserve this."
That's messed up though. Like if he's out, okay. Worst case scenario, he's out regular season.
Right.
Now I get everybody saying that Kevin Durant can play with anybody, but you're literally going into the playoffs with a team you have no chemistry with.
Mm-hmm. They did win like what 4 straight though.
They won 4 straight. It's regular season though.
Yeah.
It amps up times 50.
Mm-hmm.
And can I give a shout out to the NBA? Shout out to the NBA for players starting to hate each other again.
I love it.
Like I'm loving what I'm seeing. Like this Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green thing going. You know, and we know now. You know, look at the way Devin Booker is. Devin Booker already runs his mouth a lot, but now he has Kevin Durant to back him up. Oh, he's gonna be talking. I mean, I love the NBA right now. I love the NBA.
He might not be talking to the playoffs because he might not have Kevin Durant to back him up for a while.
Yeah, bro. And what does that mean for like health wise on like a Devin Booker and a Chris Paul? Now you don't have KD to make your life easier anymore. Now you had to let go of Mikal Bridges and other players like that. You know, you don't have that bridge. You know that body of players to put your game on and say, okay, tonight is your night. So I think losing KD is huge for the Phoenix Suns.
Rob, I think what it really shows too is the man that made all the money, DeAndre Ayton, got to step up right now because your number one defender in Mikal Bridges is gone. Mikal's out here dropping 30 and 40 every single night in Brooklyn, and then you got KD's gonna be gone, and then you got me and Luka gonna be looking at D-Book. We're gonna be like this. What was all that shit you was talking?
Hey,
What was that? What? Huh? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, I know my other guy out here too, Rob. My other guy out here too.
yeah. Oh, we ready. We ready.
Frankie
I
Steve.
I
No,
keep telling
that is
I
not
keep telling
Frankie's
people.
picture. That is
What
not
happened?
Frankie's picture.
What happened, bro? What happened?
That's not right. That's
You
not
gotta
right.
talk it.
It's amazing.
Hey, I keep telling people I'm letting my voice be heard right now. I got the Warriors winning it all.
Oh my god.
Warriors.
Ah.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Warriors.
So when I gloat, you can't say Rob didn't say it. He didn't see it coming.
Hey, Rob, what we tell him?
Oh, we about to be holding up 5, baby.
Five
They about to get on their Booker T 5 times. 5 times.
It's gonna be like that. You
NBA
can't
champion.
see me.
Hey, Pops.
Get it
Pops,
right, bro. Booker T's not
Clay
even
gonna
5
bust out
times
the
no
spinner
more.
Rudy, Pops.
5 times.
Clay gonna bust out the spinner Rudy, Pops. You gonna
Hey, but remember, Pops, I want you to write this down for me, all right? I want you to get out the pencil. I want you to get out the notepad. All right, we're gonna write it down together, all right? So Klay Thompson, second greatest shooter of all time, 5-time champion. We're gonna write it down right now together. Not top 75. Got it. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
If the Warriors win it this year, Frankie will probably kill himself.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
No, I wouldn't kill myself, but they're definitely not winning it. I'm just saying.
if they win it this year, and Steph Curry gets another Finals MVP,
They're not winning it, bro.
then will I say he's the best point guard ever?
They're not winning it.
Ever. Like right now, I still got Magic Johnson with a slight edge.
No.
I do.
They're not winning it.
I have to give credit where credit is due because of what Magic did. Like Magic. I know it was only one game, but you went into like the most important game of your life.
Play center.
And you played center. And you didn't just play center, you dominated the game. You gave us the first ever point center. So I give him the slight edge over Steph Curry. But Steph Curry is definitely like right there.
See, but wait, I'm gonna ask you this, Rob. You let me know if I'm out of pocket because I'm a young dude. You know, I gotta be humble sometimes. I feel like when you look at it for what it is, 30 years from now, our kids gonna be talking about Magic Johnson the way they talk about Steph Curry.
As long as their parents raise them right.
I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer.
Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni.
30 years from now, the biggest pussies are going to be. Who knows what the hell they're going to be talking about?
What the fuck did what did Pop say?
Bunch of big pussies out there now.
Hey,
there's gonna be a lot more pussies in.
Hey, watch the language.
Hey, I'm just telling the truth.
Hey, Rob, what I tell you? I'm
just telling the damn truth.
He on it. Pops is on it.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Hey, thank y'all to the audience out there viewing us, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Damien said the Kings win in the finals.
I think if the Kings win if the Kings win the finals, this is the greatest NBA season that's ever happened.
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not, you know what? I don't blow my breath like the Kings are bad. I just don't see them being equipped for a full playoff run. That's all.
Oh my God.
They're not equipped for a full playoff run. I think if the Kings make it to the second round, that's a successful season for them.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, finishing top 5 in the West was a successful season. That's insane. They're number 2 right now. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that also is due to injury.
I don't want to hear that.
A lot of that.
Seriously, stop that injury bullshit.
A lot of it due to injury.
Okay, first of all, I don't want to hear nothing from Frankie right now because
when the playoffs start and everybody back and they get eliminated.
What do you say, Mike?
Then we can talk.
I don't want to hear you saying don't talk about injury because look at your profile picture, my boy. That's KD with a broken ankle. I don't want to see nothing.
Exactly. I love it. And I love it. But don't talk about injuries, all right?
That's fine. When everybody back and healthy in the playoffs, guess what? Who can the Kings really beat in the 7-game series?
I think a lot of teams.
I don't see them beating Denver. I don't see them beating Dallas. I don't see them beating Golden
What?
State. I don't see
What?
them. I maybe the Clippers.
God.
Maybe the Clippers.
I think they beat.
Oh,
That's
I think
about
they beat
it.
Dallas.
God.
That's
I think
about
they
it.
beat Dallas.
I don't
And
even think they could beat the Lakers.
I think they'd be
Ooh, that
All
Rob.
I
right,
don't even think-
now you're going too far,
I
bro.
don't think that with the way the Lakers are playing right now, and if LeBron James come back at least 85% healthy, don't be surprised that the Lakers right there in the thick of things.
I don't know, Rob.
Don't be
I mean,
surprised.
as much as I love what you're saying, I'm gonna like not be full bias on my team and just be like, I can't see that happening, honestly. Like, I really cannot see that happen. I think the Kings are just too talented, young wise, and everything like that. Like, injuries do catch up to the Lakers, and I'm not gonna say LeBron James is gonna come back 100%. He can come back 75%, and then next get another foot injury within one of those games, and
Yeah.
then he's done. So I'm not gonna say.
That's why I said 85%. If LeBron, I'm saying in a perfect world, if all these teams are healthy and ready to go, I don't see the Kings beating many of the top teams in the West in the 7-game series. I don't see it happening.
But Rob, the Sacramento Kings have been in the top 5 basically the entire year.
That's
They've been
good.
playing. They've been playing good teams before.
Denver has been hurt. Golden State has been hurt.
Okay, but Rob,
Denver has been hurt.
You already said Denver.
I mean, I'm sorry, not Denver. Phoenix has been hurt.
The Sacramento Kings have been playing these people and winning games against these people before these teams even came down with injuries.
Perfect. But what I'm saying is in the playoffs, and the game slowed down, and all that fast breaking and stuff is cut short because now I can hand check you a little bit in the playoffs. I can get physical with you a little bit in the playoffs. It's stuff that you go through in the playoffs that you're not going to know what it's about until you actually go through the playoffs.
You know who's not going to the playoffs? KD, because he got a bum ankle again.
That's all I'm saying. It's things that happen in the playoffs that you just, it's nothing like experiencing, even from a fan perspective. When you hear these analysis, analysts, and all these guys, these media, and all these media professionals talk about playoff atmosphere, even from a fan perspective, that's different from a regular game. We know that the game is going to slow down. And that's when you get to see what your half-court teams look like. Because everybody looks good when everybody running and gunning.
Listen, I'm just happy that my prediction came true. All right, all those Phoenix Sun fans that were happy and hyped that they got KD while he was injured, I told you guys, yeah, you're going to be all hype and stuff now, but watch another injury come down before like 2 or even a month, before a month comes in of him being a Phoenix Sun, and another injury is going to come down, and my prediction came through. Somebody was nice enough to go ahead and spill some water on the floor before he did a layup, and he slipped, and it just made my entire day yesterday. Mike sent me the news, and I'm like, yes.
Hey, Pops, he telling you to watch his language, but this man is literally on here wishing injury on somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not cursing.
LeBron, as soon as LeBron comes back, you know Davis's pussy ass is gonna go out.
Oh, hold on, Pops. You're an Indiana Pacers fan, right? Weren't you sucking their nuts in the beginning? Hold on. You were sucking their nuts in the beginning of the year, like, yeah, this is a different team. Yeah, I'm going full blow now because I'm tired of this shit. You were sucking their nuts in the beginning of the year. You're like,
the Lakers, they win 3 games. Oh, the Lakers, they're the greatest team. You sucking on what's the dude?
You want to know why?
You want to know why? Just went off the rail.
You want to know why?
Lakers nuts last week.
You know why, old man? It's because the Lakers were in 13th place, and with that 3-win streak we got, it took us to 9th. Where's your Pacers? You
Hey,
guys
Mike.
got a playoff picture.
Mike, thank you for telling me the joke.
As the Lakers win the game,
like you normally would. You might as well call Reggie Miller and see if he could be the head coach for you guys.
What was that?
This show went off the rails.
Well, you're a fan. You are a fan of a bunch of last losing teams.
That's true. I am.
That's true. I am. He says.
I still love you though, and you still look good.
Hey, don't be trying to make up with me now. Fuck you.
Oh.
Hey, Damien, stop trying to kick people while they down.
Damien, shut the fuck up.
Hey. trying
I'm
to
telling
kick
you,
people
Damian,
while they're
Damian.
down.
he's not a real Chicago fan.
Not today, Damian, bro. Not today.
That sucked here and there. Like I knew Lonzo wasn't coming back for the season. But I'm like, damn, he needs another knee surgery. The hell did he do to his knee?
I mean, it's just it's something weird, man, and it's one of those situations where
And
that
both of the
doesn't-
Ball brothers are out for the season, man.
Hey, and the third one I just watched Jello Ball check into a game for the first time in months and then airballed his first shot. So it's not looking good for anybody right now. But I think the thing about Lonzo is sometimes things are more permanent than a lot of people realize. And I think one of the biggest things is sometimes there's nothing you can do. And I think that's a really unfortunate circumstance with I'm not in the medical room with him, but from the understanding of it being nerve damage, that's not something he has over $100 million in his bank account. And there's nothing any doctor in the world can do about nerve damage. It's just a really unfortunate circumstance. And, I hope he just gets to the point to where, like Derrick Rose said way back when, that, you could walk your daughter down the aisle one day, you could, attend your son's wedding, go to all their basketball games and go to everything he has to do with his family. I think, it's a lot bigger than basketball. And, with Lonzo or without Lonzo, the Bulls fucking suck. So, I really don't care about him coming back at any point. Genuinely, I just hope, everything's straight with him. And I hope at some point
Is he, in a wheelchair, or does he have, the huge knee brace?
It's weird because he works out. I watched a couple of videos of him running on a treadmill. Did not look great. It literally looked like a half a slab of his leg was just hanging off his knee. But I'm not even trying to be funny. I sent it to Rob. You could tell as he runs that it's just not normal. It's not a normal leg.
So it's basically his fault. That you're going through. You just had knee surgery. You were out the entire year.
That's
why are you pushing yourself?
I gotta cut that right off because it's
he was rehabbing. He was doing legit
you're at
rehabbing.
the point where I'm at a point where I could rehab now. Now, originally his surgery was back in, I want to say it was July, August. So he didn't start rehabbing until about December. And that's the timeline. That's a perfect timeline. They start going after a meniscus tear. And, it's 3 to 6 months to where you can start warming that up again. And, it's definitely a conversation right now where, Frankie, I mean, bro, that's your job. And if the medical guys start telling you, yo, we need to start seeing what can happen. If anything, to me, if I'm Lonzo Ball, and I hate to say it because, I love my Bulls, but I'm suing everybody from the top and bottom of that organization. Because if there's some way I could prove that you're the reason I have nerve damage and you rushed me to get back so we could get swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, there's a lot
which was going to happen anyway.
Look
what the Chargers did to Tyrod Taylor. They basically put his life on
the
line.
Rutgers are killing Michigan. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I was keeping that game too before we started. But also I want to say shout out real quick to DePaul. Oh my God, rank us, baby. My mic doesn't work. My mic broke. But yeah. I just think that was very long-winded, but I know whatever happens at the end of the day, I got Pops and Gonzo at the top left.
I picked Seton Hall last night. Fuck DePaul.
Hey, fuck you. DePaul to the
moon. Hey, we're professionals, all right? Let's not use those language.
No, but man, it sucks for Lonzo, man. It really does. Because I think he was just starting to really find out who he was as an NBA player. And he just got the bag. The Bulls hey, we feel like you can help us, and it just sucks. It sucks, especially too because the Bulls don't know when they want to suck or when they want to be good. So,
man, last night, bro,
we beat Denver.
I don't want to hear about that either. I had Denver winning that game. The Bulls.
We beat Denver, but then we'll lose to Charlotte with nobody there.
There's literally that's the one thing, and I say this time and time again. I don't like middle teams. I hate middle teams. We're either tanking for Victor or we're going to the finals. And that's really the only two mentalities that I'm down for. So for you to just be out here, hey, we're going to beat the Bucks. We're going to beat the Celtics. We're going to beat the Nuggets. We're going to give the Warriors a hard time. And then you get fucked up by the Pistons, by the Hawks, by the Hornets.
Don't apologize. The Hawks have been very underwhelming this year.
I mean, it's
very underwhelmed. Especially you got Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, and that's the best you can do.
I've heard a lot of people say though, and Gonzo, if me and Rob Scott are just taking it over today, but I want to get Pops' opinion on it because I know Pops is real good with kind of just getting the energies off people. I've heard a lot of people say that Trae Young is uncoachable. And this is his third head coach in 3 years? And I'm starting to get to that point where it's like, I know he could score. I know he could facilitate. I know he's a solid player. But I think, when you do have a roster of John Collins, what's the other kid's name? He's one of my favorite players. I forgot his name. It's baffling me. DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, and a bunch of other guys.
Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich. You still got Clint Capella out there knowing his role now. He's not, what he was in Houston, but he knows his role. I think there's a lot to be said about Trae Young, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think there's a conversation about him having coaching issues.
I think also he having height issues.
Yep.
Shut up, Rob. The question was for Pops.
He's not that great of a defensive player either, and I think he's got issues. I think he's got issues, and I think they should get rid of him. But I think they'll probably go through at least 2 more coaches before they get rid of him.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Bulls should get him for a second-round pick. I think that's honestly like the best thing that can happen. It's funny. I don't get why you laughing.
The Bulls.
Anyways, like I was saying, I would give a second-round pick in Patrick Beverly, and I think we can get that deal done. I think it would be great. Honestly, I think they might take Lonzo too.
I just want to correct Damian real quick. Damian, before you try and say something with my team, I know it's not bad. Lonzo did not have the same situation that he has right now when he was with the Lakers.
No.
There's no way in hell he had that same situation. The reason the Lakers moved on from him was because he was actually playing bad. He was really bad.
Frankie, can we be honest? The only thing that was broken with Lonzo in LA was that jumper, baby. That shit was awful, bro.
Yeah, it was
that
bad.
Shit was awful.
It was really bad, bro. Like, and that's the reason why
He shot
the Lakers
that
moved
shit
on from him.
I was
But he did not have that same situation with the Lakers. So
he didn't.
Learn your facts, Damian. If you don't know your facts, bro, don't comment. Seriously.
Last thing you want to do is talk about one of Frankie's team, and you ain't got no logic to back up your answer.
Jesus Christ. It's like dealing with Jay Ness in here.
What an asshole, bro. That's crazy.
I hope he's watching. I hope he sees my picture. I hope every Phoenix Sun fan sees my picture. I'm not gonna lie. I went and I seen the replay and I screenshotted it just so I can have it up here so everyone can see it. That's how disrespectful I'm being to all the Phoenix Sun fans right now.
Yeah, Damian, he went through injuries. We're talking about nerve damage right now, bro. That's completely different.
And that's the problem when people say, "Oh, it's just a minor surgery." There ain't no surgery that's minor,
right?
Because there's complications that can happen from any surgery.
Man, boy.
Yeah, coming from someone who knows a lot of surgeries, he knows. Chris knows about surgery, so don't be questioning Chris on some serious surgery shit.
Gonzo be going through it, man. They be trying to.
He knows all about it.
Hey. Gonzo's a warrior, bro. God keeps trying to take my man out. He keeps coming back every day, 5 shows a day. He don't give a fuck.
Answer me this: how many bones are in the body? Chris has at least freaking half left. Like, I don't know how much.
The hell is wrong with
be fucking Jello.
Pops only got like 3 of them.
Yeah, they all disintegrated. I'm old.
Thing is, even if KD does say he misses the rest of the regular season, comes back for the playoffs,
right?
What kind of shape's he going to be in?
He's going to be ass.
Where he'll be.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean, and I'll keep mine short because that's just how I truly feel. I think shoot or shoot at the end of the day, and I think at the end of the day, as long as he can move those legs and his feet under him are good, I think KD will be KD at the end of the day. Like, there's no question about it because that's something like Frankie. Like, as much as we're joking about it, you know how hard I was going in on Evan and Jay and everybody else in the Arizona area right now. With them in their fucking sandstorms. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but, I think a guy like KD, I mean, he's one of the greatest scorers of all time. If you think for a second he needs to warm up or he needs time to gel with these guys, I really don't think he does. Because again, it's not like he's with a bunch of young kids. He's with CP3, and I hate Devin Booker with a passion, but I could also respect Devin Booker enough to understand his role and to be able to be counted on as a number 2. As a number 1, I don't think you can count on him. As a number 2, I think you can count on Devin Booker.
Do you remember when I said Devin Booker wasn't a superstar and how much shit I got?
I do.
I don't look like I was speaking from like out my ass, do I?
It don't. I also
not a superstar.
I remember me saying Donovan Mitchell was going to win MVP though. So, still waiting on that one.
You know what though? And that's another thing about Kevin Durant that baffles me. Because everything you said was true.
Mm-hmm.
He is like one of the most efficient scorers we've ever seen
100%.
play the game. He's
You're
one of the
such a-
best
you're
scorers
such a
that we've
hater, bro.
ever seen play the game. But the problem is, with that being said, why isn't KD looked at as one of the GOATs?
Because look at the picture, Rob. That's why. Look at the picture.
No,
Honestly, it's because of his mentality.
I don't even think it's that.
It's his mentality. He cannot lead. That's the problem.
Hmm.
We don't look at him in the lights that we look at the Michael Jordans, the LeBrons, the Kobe's.
Right.
Because he can't lead.
I'm
Right.
so glad you say that. Because everybody says that, but nobody's actually looking at it. He was a leadership with OKC when he had James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Got swept in the finals. You're a leader when you go to the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie. You had James Harden, you had Ben Simmons, which by God made me even more like laughable because why would you trade James Harden for Ben Simmons? I don't know why, but like you're supposed to lead them, and you win one playoff series within 4 years. The only way, and this is why I get heated from, right, Rob? Like this is where I get the heat from is I tell people KD's rings don't matter because he had to go to Golden State. To a team that was already a super team built like this. He went to the Golden States a year after they made the history of beating the Bulls record.
Yeah.
So you can't say that KD is a leader if he can't lead a team. Now he's with the Phoenix Suns, another team that can possibly be a top built team like the Warriors, but just adding KD into it just makes them even into a more superstar team. But I don't see it. And I'm going to agree with what Mike said as well. But everything Mike said about KD is completely right. But the one thing that I have a hiccup on is ankle injuries. And as a person that knows a lot about ankle injury, I deal with a lot of ankle injuries. He has to come out, and I saw Stephen A. Smith said this on First Take today. He has to come out. He needs new shoes. He keeps wearing those low cut shoes. He needs high top shoes.
Some high top shoes.
You need high top shoes, especially now, because when you have an ankle sprain, it's going to continuously happen. You can come back on the court, and it's going to happen.
Right. Yeah, but I also think, and I'm like, you could stop me if I'm out of pocket or if I'm just digging.
You're out of pocket, bro. You're out of pocket.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, but I think, and Frankie talks about the Lakers all the time. And
all the time.
When you look at guys like Shaq and LeBron and Kobe and Magic, they're very marketable. They're very fan friendly. And I think that's a big reason to why you don't hear about KD getting talked about as much. Like talent-wise, KD's up there with every one of them. I truly believe that. KD is up there. But the problem is, one, KD doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. He doesn't care if you buy his shoes. He doesn't care if you think he's a good guy. He doesn't care if you think he's a snake or even if his rings matter. I think KD's a hard guy to market, and I think he's one of those guys that later on down the road you'll look at and be like, yo, this was one of the greatest guys of all time. But when you really look at him in time, you'll be like, you remember, I think a big thing is, remember how people once thought about Kareem? People thought Kareem didn't give a fuck about anything. Kareem was all about Kareem. And, he was viewed as like a toxic teammate and people didn't want to play with him. Remember what he was before Magic joined the Lakers. And like, that's really real. And I think now you look at Kareem and you understand him more and you understand everything he was about. And it's just kind of like when you take away our personal differences with KD about him joining the Warriors and him joining the Nets, I think that starts to change a lot of perspective for a lot of people. And I think that's something really big not a lot of people look at. And I could be wrong, at the end of the day, but I think a lot of people are so caught up in the hate for KD that you kind of started ignoring what he was in OKC and, what he did for the Warriors and everything else. I do think he's a solid player.
I think if you're looking at it though from a basketball standpoint, if we
Mm-hmm.
just judging talent, yeah, you're right. If I just say, give me the 5 talented guys of skills you would want to have, KD would definitely be up there. He's a 7-foot monster. But what I'm saying is this dude is not even considered. Like if you give me your top 10 right now, Mike, I'm pretty sure KD is not in your top 10.
I'm telling you right now, he's in my top 10
of all time.
of all time. Can I say something so respectful?
Yeah, he's not even in my top 100.
Bro,
He's not even in my top 10.
Dude,
He's in my top 15.
I'll tell you what. I'll take Kevin Durant over Bill Russell any day.
Oh my God.
What did I say?
I can't.
What did I say? What did I say?
Oh my
Frank,
God.
you let me know right now that Bill Russell was playing against guys like me, 5'8" white boys. You going
He
to
also had to play against Will.
Hey, but Gonzo, but Pops, he won 11 championships in a 4-team league. Wow. That's fucking nuts. He averaged 13 points a game.
I get that.
Like, what
But
are we
he-
talking?
like, he had-
hey, amazing, late, and great. Did amazing things
Defense.
for the community. Hey, defense is cool, especially when all your offensive players are 5'8" and you're 7 foot fucking tall.
He had to play. He had to play against Will.
Oh, every now and then. And
In
what
the
did Will do?
championships they
And what
did.
did Will do? And
If it
what
was
did
only,
Will
if it was
do?
only
They-
14 league,
they-
they'd have played more than every now and then.
Will.
Hey,
Will
If it was
only,
only
only
14
won.
league, how many
I
times would they
think Will
play?
only won.
You're
2
fucking stupid.
rings.
That's
Pops,
how many times would they
Pops.
played if it was a 14 league?
hey, Rob. How
You
many-
said it was a
how many-
14 league. How many times would they play?
all the time, but guess what? He busted
Okay,
his
he said
ass
all the
every
time.
time.
Yeah,
All the
but
time.
Will
Mad.
only won.
You
2
getting
rings.
Pops mad because Pops actually lived and witnessed Bill Russell play.
right.
So don't disrespect
He
him.
played
like
again.
that.
I'm not
And I bet,
I'm
hey,
not no 24-year-old pussy. I'm a 60-year-old pussy.
hey, and I bet Pops played against him too. That was the competition.
Oh, man.
Nah, I mean, come on, bro.
It's hard.
Like,
It's hard. It's hard to judge. I mean, it's hard to judge that stuff. But Russell,
My
Russell was
top
Russell
10,
was very
though,
athletic.
Bro, I wouldn't trade KD for none of them. None
I
of
don't
them.
know.
I'm
I think if I
I'm
look
not
at their
putting him in
talent,
for
I
Larry
would.
Bird. I'm not putting him in for Steph.
You don't
I'm
think he's
not
better than Larry Bird?
No.
Ooh.
Hell no.
No. Not when it come to this. Not
called
when it
heart.
come to this.
It's called heart.
No,
Brain and
first of
heart.
all, it's
I don't-
called
I
I
don't
drank a
think
half
he has
pack of
that.
Miller Lite before the fucking game, and I'm drunk as shit. My name's Larry Bird. That's what
And
that
he's
is.
I'm
still,
talking
and he
about
still put up
literally.
And he
numbers.
still kicked everybody's ass.
He still
That's what
put
I'm
up.
saying. He still put
I
up
mean,
numbers.
Larry Bird was literally talking to people on the court and said, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go right over here, and that's why I'm hitting the game."
100%.
And look at you and go
But
right
you know
over
what the
there
difference is? You know what
and
the
hit
difference is?
hit game and look at you. He said, "If you put a white boy on me, that's disrespectful.
I think the difference is
If
though.
you say
KD
put that white
KD
kid
does the
on me
same thing.
because I'm white, you think?" He said, "I'll bust your ass and every nigga ass up in here." That's
And
what
he
Larry
will.
Bird was saying.
And he will, but I think that's the difference right there, though. Is KD does the same thing, except he doesn't talk. He just stays quiet. He just does him.
No, he doesn't.
He's
He
not.
talks. He
He's not.
talks.
KD does not, bro. The
But how
only
many
time I've
social
seen
medias he
KD
had talking shit? How many?
KD talks on social media, but KD's not in the
Dude,
game.
it's similar to what Frankie said earlier. Like you had everybody keep forgetting. It was KD, Harden, Westbrook, Ibaka. They had a squad.
We ain't gonna act
They
like that was
couldn't
Harden
even-
though.
They
We ain't gonna
couldn't
act
even.
like that was
They
Harden.
couldn't even pinch Miami.
That was Harden before a beard.
I get you.
Hold
I
on,
get you.
hold on. And
But
Rob,
it's just ironic though. They let go of Harden, and
Right.
the following season, that man became
because he
big game
started.
James.
He
No,
came off
right?
the bench.
They wouldn't let him start.
That's not KD's fault.
I get you though, but then
wait, Rob, but what'd you say?
leave and you go to the Warriors, and you
Right.
go to something that's already established
Okay, but what'd you say though? You said
What?
they lost in the finals to who?
to the Heat.
And who was on that squad?
LeBron,
Hold on. Hell
James,
no. Hell no.
No,
Don't
no,
do that, Mike.
name 'em all.
Don't do that,
Name
Mike.
'em
Don't
all.
do that,
Dwayne
Mike.
Wade,
Dwayne
Don't do
Chris
that,
Wade,
Mike.
Bosh.
Chris
No,
Bosh,
no,
Ray
I'm not gonna let
Allen.
him do
Now
that.
Ray Allen
I'm
wasn't
not
on
gonna
that
let him
team.
do
Not
that.
that one.
Ray Allen wasn't on that team yet.
Second
Rob,
one,
I'm not
right?
gonna let him do that. Rob, don't let him do that because
How?
that
Why
same
can't I
team-
do that?
Because that same team you're trying to say about the Miami Heat with LeBron James, Chris Bosh,
They
and
just
Dwayne
lost to
Wade
Dallas
did it-
before.
Exactly. Thank you. With one man.
They
and
just
Dirk
lost to
Nowitzki.
Dallas. Dirt gave that whole
And wasn't
team
that
the
their
business.
first year playing together? And you want
It
to talk
was.
about guys that wanted the gel?
Oh,
But
my
OKC had
God.
been playing together for a while.
And they were like 12 years old.
They was the best team out the West.
And they were 12, bro.
But you got to remember,
Oh,
this
my
the same
Lord.
Western Conference that had Kobe. This the same Western Conference. Like, it was some killers in the West.
They were dogs.
And they came out the West. So my thing is, if you came out the West,
yeah,
at that time when the Western Conference was the Western Conference, hey, I'm just saying,
still is, Rob, still is.
I don't know, man. The East is beast right now.
Not really.
But no, I get it. I just also
and then hold on. So you go do your thing with the Warriors. Okay,
Right.
he get his rings.
2 times.
Even and I still say the second time Steph Curry should have been Finals MVP.
I agree.
And then, but then you go get your own team again, and you do nothing.
Okay,
You
but
do nothing.
okay,
Hold on, y'all. Hold that thought. I gotta
I
take
might-
this call.
I might give KD the second ring just because that was the year Klay Thompson hurt himself. So you know,
No, it wasn't.
was it the first year he hurt himself?
KD and Clay hurt themselves like back-to-back games. They
Same-
lost that year.
Yeah, same playoff.
Yeah, that was against Toronto one.
So I'm definitely there. You go. I'm not giving it to KD. Fuck.
But Frankie, me and you talked about this one because I know you were. Please don't switch up on me, Frankie, because
No.
we talked about this. Hey, the Brooklyn thing, I actually gave KD love because he stuck out as long as he could in that situation. He had
definitely.
James Wade fucking around with Lil Baby. He had Kyrie Irving on spiritual adventures doing all what they call them, Martin Luther Irving pops. God damn. Come on, man. They had this man on spiritual enlightenment journeys going crazy. Talking about, I'm not getting vaccinated. And then who's Frankie's favorite player? Oh, there's Ben Simmons comes in the cut. Ben Simmons with his 4 and 4 every single night. And that second 4 is a maybe. A maybe. I mean, come on. I can't kill him for the Nets, bro. That shit was just
he did request a trade before the season started, decided to stay because Kyrie was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just stick around. So he stuck around to be like, all right, well, if you're gonna stay around, then let's do something together. Then Kyrie just decides, all right, well, I want to get traded. Let me go get traded to Dallas. And then KD's like, the hell with it. Why the hell am I gonna stay? Like, I should have just.
Then you look over and you see fucking Ben Simmons sitting there, and you're like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gone, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What did he say? Ben said, oh, it's about to be scary hours over here. 4 and 4.
The mistake Durant made was trusting Irving and going to the Nets. Now, I agree with what you're saying about the Nets. He stuck that out as long as he could before he just moved on. But that was the big mistake, leaving what you had with Steph and them to go trust Kyrie.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think the understanding was that they were going to the Knicks.
Yes.
And I think that was the big thing. If you would have told Kyrie, listen, I love you, I trust you, but we got to go to the Knicks.
Going to the Nets.
You got to go to the Knicks because at least the Knicks will market that, and at least the Knicks will try to go out there and do something. I think, if you look at it, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, a couple other guys, Jalen Brunson and Kevin Durant, I think that's a solid squad. Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin. I mean, you're looking at a good team. And, hey, if Kyrie stays, probably don't get Jalen Brunson, but you got a good, nice little squad. So I think he let Kyrie dictate that, and I think that was probably his biggest downfall was letting Kyrie dictate exactly what they were going to do, exactly who he wanted to play with. Then he ended up hating James. Then he ended up hating Steve Nash, and it just turned into like a huge thing. And it's just it was so unprofessional on everybody's point except KD. I felt like KD went about it a great way, and instead of sitting out for the year, he actually played. I think he did sit out a little bit too long. I think he was milking that to see what would happen. But if you look at Frankie's profile picture, you could easily see how that turned out for him regardless. So I don't think it matters. But I think KD deserves his love. I'm not a KD fan, first and foremost. I want to get that out there. But I also think, like, sometimes you just got to look at guys and be like, you know what? Like, I respect the game. And I think that's just something that not a lot of people are going to take into account until he retires.
And I agree with what you're saying, that they don't need a lot of chemistry and everything with Durant's style of play. So if he can come back in the playoffs, they could still be all right. Only thing that worries me is he came back this time, played 4 games, and then got re-injured. Is injury going to reoccur? That's the main thing that I think is really going to take them out. Right. If they're healthy, the chemistry don't worry me because Durant's one of the most plug-and-play guys in the league right now. You can put him about on any team, plug him in, and it's not going to take a long time for that team to get comfortable with him because he's not like a ball-dominant guy. He's not an eye guy. He's going to make the right basketball play 9 times out of 10.
Right.
It's the injury. I mean, you played for what? Was it 3 or 4 games? Didn't get to make his Phoenix home debut, and now he has a fucked up ankle.
Right. And I think, having CP3 there too, king of choking without a doubt. But the fact that CP could literally go out here and probably average 10 points a game and have like 30 assists because he has KD and Devin Booker, I think that's a perfect situation. You know, you really don't need to explain to CP3 how Kevin Durant wants the ball. I think it's going to be a very easy transition for them.
Do you think they lost too much on defense getting rid of Bridges, though?
I think that was their biggest downfall. And I said that, and you can ask Frankie. I said it.
Yeah.
They're going to regret that trade.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Mikal Bridges is a top 15 player in this league if he's a number one option. And I think right now you're starting to see that from him dropping a consistent 25 plus a night. He's one of the best defenders in that organization right now. I won't say in the league yet, but he's on his way. And he's always in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. So I think Mikal is one of those guys. He's 25, 26 years old, something like that. I was just talking to my buddies about it the other day, not to bring up the Bulls, but they said, would you take Mikal Bridges or Zach LaVine? And I said, I'm taking Mikal Bridges 10 times out of 10. Like, there's a reason, like, hey, you might have got traded, and that sucks, but you're worth Kevin Durant. And there's a reason for that. And they didn't just do that for the picks, like, or Cam Johnson. You did that because you got Mikal Bridges. And I think down the line, especially with, you know, look at, again, Frankie's profile picture. Every time you see Mikal Bridges, you got to see that if they don't win a championship. If they win a championship, kind of cancels itself out. You know, it's kind of like the Cubs using a Aroldis Chapman as a rental. Like, okay, cool. But as long as we win a championship, who cares about Gleyber Torres? If we didn't win a championship, I'm looking at Gleyber Torres, I'm shitty as fuck. Like, that's really what it's going to be. So if they don't win this year or however long KD's going to stay there, because, again, who knows? Pop said it earlier. Never know when he's going to leave. But I think they're definitely going to regret that.
And Bridges has been putting up, what, about 30 a game?
Man, something crazy.
I put money on it. KD's going to leave the Suns once Chris Paul leaves. Either Chris Paul retires or Chris Paul leaves. That's when KD's going to decide to leave.
Yeah. I mean, I think it really all falls down to.
So you think maybe two more seasons at the most, maybe?
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of people don't realize how old KD is, too. You know, having the injuries with his ankles right now, having the Achilles tear, already winning 2 championships. Who's to say KD?
Well, KD about what, 34, right?
KD's he's up there, 34, 35.
With the 60-year-old ankle.
He could win a championship and retire.
Yeah, I think you know, we're talking about you know, Chris Paul's got his bag. Chris Paul's going to be here the next 4 years on this team. Like, I give
him 2 more. I give him 2 more before he decides to call it a career.
Yeah,
I don't know if they.
I wouldn't leave that money.
Chris Paul.
I don't think if you retire, I don't think you don't lose the money. I think they still have to pay you.
No, you lose the money. You 100% lose the money.
You lose what else is left on your contract.
Yeah, 100%. You can't just dip.
I mean, it's not like you're quitting. You're retiring, right? You're retiring.
It's like a 10-year deal, retire after 1 year.
Why would I pay you for leaving? Like, you left. You kind of did quit. You just respectfully quit.
It's Phoenix stupid ass fault for fucking signing an old man to that long contract.
Nah, like I remember I told Rob Scott about this. I thought if Lonzo Ball didn't go to the Bulls, I thought they should have bounced CP3 and went with Lonzo. You would have had a 24-year-old in Lonzo. You had Devin Booker, Ayton, and then maybe you bring in a guy like KD. Lonzo does the same thing CP3 does. The only difference is one can't walk and the other can. Like, that's really it right now.
Do you think if that would have happened, you don't think Lonzo would have gotten hurt?
I think Lonzo,
I'm not gonna say that because if Lonzo would have went, Chris Paul, Lonzo ain't getting them to the finals.
Right. I think he can.
Nah.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Chris Paul's the assist king right now,
and Lonzo Ball was right.
I just think Chris Paul has more of a clutch factor in experience.
I think he's known for choking.
He's more of a I don't put that on choking,
Rob Scott.
But what Chris Paul is known for is not being healthy in the playoffs. When he's been there and he's been healthy, hell, he almost got the Rockets past the Warriors.
Would you?
He almost got the Clippers to the finals too.
He's known for being hurt.
Who would you say is a more complete player, Lonzo Ball right now, if he's healthy, or Chris Paul?
Are you saying right now?
If they're both healthy right now,
Chris Paul.
That's crazy. You don't look at Lonzo's defense. He's one of the best defenders in the game.
That was Chris Paul.
Let me ask you guys this.
Hold on, Gonzo. They call him the cone.
No, Patrick Beverly called him a cone. There's a difference. And Patrick Beverly can't call nobody a cone. This dude sometimes is boo-boo.
You see how many times I call him a cone and it's
My
stuck
man
in somebody's
said-
head
my
like,
man said
yo, they
CP
call him a cone.
It's only Patrick Beverly who said that.
My man says CP's a cone. The guy who averages 4 points a game say he gets buckets on CP.
Patrick Beverly ain't been an all-star, ain't been nothing. Before you can talk about somebody, you got to match their accolades.
Dog, I'm just saying.
Chris Paul has been the man, and that's the only thing. This man has already been titled the point guard, and he ain't won no ring. But everybody calls Chris Paul the point guard because
That's the NBA's fault.
he's
Yeah.
right because of what they did to him and Kobe.
And where's
Which
he point?
ain't fair.
And where's he point? Straight to Cancun, right after that second round exit.
But,
He ain't
but
going
what I'm
nowhere.
saying though, Mike, is Chris Paul, had he not been injured at these significant times, who knows what would have happened to the Warriors?
Oh, he's
dynasty.
probably a two-time State
Houston
Farm
probably wins that game
State
7.
Farm champion.
He's a State Farm champion. I mean, that's what it
The
is.
Clippers probably win. Like, remember, they had just beat the Spurs, dude, in the first round.
Bro, you can't even call
And
him a
then he
State Farm
gets hurt.
champion.
You can't. Come on, man. You hate Chris Paul that much?
I don't hate Chris Paul. I'm just saying, if you were to tell me, do I want a 36-year-old Chris Paul who makes $45 million a year or a 23-year-old Lonzo Ball who's healthy? I'm taking Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo ain't shit.
That's recency bias, though, bro. Because when the Bulls were back, who was screaming the Bulls were back? It was Rob Scott. Who's the one who said, "Hey, this offense flows through Lonzo Ball"?
It did. It
And
really
he's
did.
the best defender on the team, no matter what team he's on.
The races against
It
age
really
anybody's
did.
old.
If we missed his defense
100%.
badly.
Hey, so right
But
now,
if we're talking about
To Pop say is racist.
if we're
is still
talking
racist.
about a
Racist.
guy
Racist.
in Lonzo
Racist.
Ball,
Racist.
he's
Racist.
no
Racist.
potential
Racist.
Hall of Famer.
Pops is the most racist guy I know. But
No, man. Anybody, let's get 10 years on him. Get their ass out of there. They're fucking old as hell. They're 36 years old. Fuck them. Hell, what the hell?
he's fucking 36. Pops making $50 million a year.
I'm surprised. Hell, I'm glad he ain't here. He did
Oh man, Pop glitched
6
out.
foot under. I'd be in the grave.
Oh man, no, I'm just saying. If you look at it for what it is, you look at Lonzo Ball for what he was. He had the Bulls number 2 in the East. Take away Lonzo Ball, fucking 12. Like that's and the roster is the same. And that's really like the only thing for me is like if you can get Lonzo at 23 versus CP3 who's gonna choke or get hurt at 36 for 50 million less, I'll do it. Lonzo was barely doing anything when he first got to the Bulls. What are we talking about? He was leading the team in threes, Damian. Like
when Lonzo first got to the Bulls, he had the Bulls at second place in the East.
And he was knocking down threes. He was top 3 in the whole league in shooting 3 percentage. But yo, and one of the best defenders. But hey, Damian, pop off like you always do, baby. You never disappoint me. Never disappoint me.
How is this man from Chicago? How is Damian from Chicago? He's supposed to be a Bulls fan, and yet he's talking down his own players and his own team.
I don't know.
Like, you don't even hear that from Rob Scott, and Rob Scott pisses me off when he's like talking about Golden State, and it's like,
Dub Nation.
bro, you see, that pisses me
Hey,
off. But
nah,
he
baby,
doesn't.
you know it's Clay Ball all day. We Clay Thompson coming for the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I'm ready for it.
But I'm not gonna talk down on the Bulls.
With that
I
being
want the
said-
Bulls to win, but they be trash.
Yeah, I'm
sometimes.
still a Bulls fan. I just love Clay Thompson. It's just, it's just what it is, man.
How
You know
different?
how I feel about Steph Curry. He just makes it look Steffordless.
Now me and Rob be the Splash Bros, baby.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
How differently would we look at Chris Paul if the NBA wouldn't have stopped that trade to the Lakers?
I think
Man,
Bro,
Chris Paul would have had a
don't
ring,
yo,
baby.
Yo, I'm not even gonna get into. Yo, don't even.
I
yo,
think
don't
he's a
even wanna get
champion.
started.
I think he's a champion.
I don't even wanna
He's
get
a
started.
rep.
He wouldn't just be a champion.
Oh my god.
He wouldn't just be a champion. He would have been on a team that literally they already won back-to-back championships at that moment. He would have went to a team where he would have won multiple championships right after. They would have probably won 4. They would have probably 4-peated. No lie.
Kobe
No
would have
lie.
never got hurt.
With Chris
No lie.
Paul.
They would have
being-
probably
but-
4-peated.
If they
Oh,
go
my
there and win a bunch of
God.
championships, is Chris Paul considered
That'd be
top
dope.
10?
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
I think
I think he
wait,
still
do
is
you
considered top 10?
do you
without
think
ring.
they look at Kobe
He ain't no
differently?
top 10.
that one's for Rob, Sky, and Frankie too, to be honest, because I think, Kobe's big thing was winning without Shaq. And then would people say, oh, well, you needed CP3 to win? I don't know.
Didn't. He won with Gasol.
No, but that's what
He just sounded
I
you look
think-
at Kobe
I
different.
think Kobe wanted CP3. Honestly, I think Kobe did want CP3 because once the NBA like pulled that out and said no, he's not going there, that
Right.
pissed Kobe off a little bit. Honestly,
Yeah, that
like,
blew
I
him,
think Kobe wanted that for CP3.
because he knew
Like,
if he was to have
I'm gonna
CP3 with
get you a
him,
ring, bro.
yeah,
Come on and play with me. And, you know what I'm saying? Because Kobe respected his mind. Like CP3 is a dog, and dogs respect other dogs. You know what I'm saying? I really hate that for CP3. And then you let LeBron get Dwayne. Dwayne Wade gets LeBron and Chris. I said, ain't that some shit?
There's some bullshit.
I said, ain't that some shit? That's because the league knew. They was like, hell no, Kobe and CP3. We had never.
and not just that, Rob. I think at that time where my LeBron went to Miami and and also Chris Bosh, that's when the Adam
I was
Silver
gonna say commissioner
era.
switch.
Yeah, the commissioner switched at that time.
Yeah,
And
see,
that's what
David Stern was smart. He was like, hell
yeah,
nah.
because if that man was still alive today, being the commissioner of the NBA, KD would have never been a Warrior. KD would have never been a Phoenix Sun.
KD sure goes a lot of places, man.
He went to more places than LeBron did, and everybody's knocking LeBron for going to many teams. But when KD does it, everybody want to be like, "Oh, KD, he's on this team. Guess what? He's gonna win a championship with them." Like what? But you want to knock LeBron James for going to 3 teams, winning championships. But when KD does it, he's the greatest. Yo, he's a great shooter of all time. He's phenomenal. This suck, yo. It's just like I want consistency. Damn it! Like what the fuck, bro? You're gonna knock LeBron for it. You better knock KD for it. You better.
See, I've
knock
never
Kyrie.
done that. I've never knocked LeBron for that, and I think it's something that not a lot of people talk about, and I think more people should talk about it. To me, it don't matter. Like at the end of the day, like I look at Lonzo Ball as a perfect example to kind of bring it back to that. Lonzo Ball goes down, cool. We just drafted Ayo. There's your replacement. Cool. We just brought in Patrick Beverly. So the loyalty thing to an organization, I could give a fuck about. Like if Bron, like when Bron did what he did, first of all, I'm not gonna sit here and act like the Celtics didn't do it first. They just didn't do as good of a job. Bron did it better, and that's being real. Like Paul Pierce and whoever the fuck else, Kevin Garnett, all those guys, Kendrick Perkins, who just got treated by JJ Redick on First Take. That shit was amazing.
Rest in peace, Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, K Perk gone, fired. How you get fired on your day off? But man, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me to think that you
Wait, what happened?
Man,
Yo, JJ Redick went off on Kendrick Perkins.
it was crazy. I'm gonna send you the video in a little.
What?
But he basically, Kendrick Perkins basically said that the NBA is racist and they only vote white people into the MVPs. And JJ Redick just came with
It said that Jokic takes terrible shots and that we reward him for it, and all kinds of stuff.
Man, people be, hey, look, have we seen situations where, and it's not a white and black thing, we've seen situations where certain players should have won the MVP. Like Michael Jordan could have won the MVP every year. LeBron could have won the MVP every year. Like, it happens, bro.
right.
Like what Jokic is doing is amazing because you haven't seen that from a white boy.
When I send you,
He's dominating.
When I send you this link, I promise you, for a whole 4 minutes, Stephen A. Smith doesn't even open his mouth. And that's when I was like, damn, that's how you know it's facts. Like JJ was spitting and Kendrick Perkins was just babbling. And it was crazy. He caught him lacking for sure.
Well, that's because let's be honest, how many white MVPs have there been? You think of Steve Nash, Larry Bird, Jokic,
it's interesting,
and Dirk, and that's about it.
Because Kendrick Perkins did this thing. He cut off the year date. It was like a statistic. After the year 1990, this many white NBA players got MVP votes. And then JJ was like, what about before 1990? I was like, why did you stop at 1990? Because it's a totally different thing after 1990. You know, it's like a totally different conspiracy. It's like it doesn't even hold any value. But so K-Perk probably was scrolling through Instagram, saw some kid tweet that exact same stat, and thought, I'm gonna say this on First Take tomorrow and sound super smart. And JJ was not going with it. He hold him, and I loved it. I think JJ is probably one of the best things to happen to First Take in a long time.
Him and Jay.
And also, Mike, not
my
only did he
boy,
brought up
Jay.
something, not only did he bring something up before 1990, JJ Redick also said, well, what about this player in 1996? And I forgot the player who he said. I don't know if he said MJ or somebody else. But he said, what about this player in 1996? He's not a white man. So you can't go based on saying since 1990 if this man won an MVP after 1990.
It was the goofiest stat I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, I mean, I get it. And I think that's something where, like, even JJ hit on, like, you want to see black excellence. You want to see minorities succeed. But, like, to go out here and act like the league is against you and, you know, everything's just not – I mean, come on, bro. Like, what did Rob Scott say about Magic? That was the first point center ever. And Jokic is doing it now, averaging a triple-double.
And the thing is, he's a legit center.
And he's a legit center.
He's a legit center running point.
Yeah, I mean, that's
crazy.
That's harder. To me, that's harder.
It is harder because you're not as fast, you're not as agile, you're not as limber, you know. But you're sitting there, you see in the court, you make everybody better. Like when Jokic goes to the bench, Denver sucks.
Oh, they're so ass. And you know
they
what?
Suck.
The crazy part is, I think if you're gonna knock Jokic for anything, and I'll say it all day, every day, because Gonzo and Pops and I have said it before too. I don't think he can spell athletic. Like the guy is not athletic whatsoever. I saw a video of a little kid asking him to dunk, and he said, "I can't." And like that's just, I know he was kidding, but. You know, he really doesn't. He doesn't do flashy shit.
I was going to say he's not flashy.
Yeah,
well, he said that about himself in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
he said the All-Star game, like a game like this, is not meant for me.
Right,
because he's not the flashiest person. But go see him on the real court. He's gonna give you that business.
I'm muff his shit. I block his shit next year, bro.
Yeah. You and those angles. You and those angles. Go crazy.
Hey, Jokic is gonna give you a fake spin to the left, back to the right,
and you know what?
fake,
he does it.
Sky hook.
I hope somebody records it because if I hurt myself, I'm suing him.
I bet you are.
I'm just being real, man. Like, hey, people gotta. Sometimes, man, I really get tired of people making everything a race issue.
Yeah,
I just do.
Like
it's not a white and black thing. Like Jokic right now. What he's doing for the Denver Nuggets, especially Jamal Murray's been in and out of the lineup. Michael Porter Jr. in and out of the lineup. You don't have the same Denver Nuggets team you used to have. Monte Moore's gone. Will Barton gone. Like you don't have that same team.
Hey Rob, real quick, and I'm not trying to discredit you in any way. If anything, it proves a point because I know my guy Rob knows basketball. Can you name the head coach of the Denver Nuggets?
Oh my God, what's his name? I know him. I just can't think his name right
that proves my point that nobody knows this guy's name. Like I never see him.
Oh, what's his name?
You feel me though?
You're naming him.
Michael. No, it's
You're naming him. It's
Hey Rob, you want me to answer it for you?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea, and it's because he's not good. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be bogus. I'm not trying to be a shyster right now, trying to say that he's not a good coach. But, like, dude is not good. Like, he's not
Malone. That's his name.
I don't give a fuck what his name is.
That's his
Nikola
name.
Jokic. Nikola Jokic. At the end of the day, whatever you just drew up, Nikola's doing Nikola. And that's what it is. Like, to keep it a bean. And I think that's something right now not a lot of people take into consideration. And I think that's something that, you know, you're looking at a guy who doesn't have a top 5, top 10 coach in this league, who's going out here averaging a triple-double, who's number 1 in the West with Jamal Murray, who hasn't been anything since the bubble. Michael Porter Jr., who was...
He hasn't.
Not at all.
He hasn't been anything since the bubble. I'm glad somebody has finally said that.
No, not a single thing.
I'm like, he's not even an all-star, dude.
Man, who was it? Him, TJ Warren, a couple other guys who just...
There was quite a few of them that...
Hey, TJ Warren was Jordan of the bubble.
Yeah, TJ Warren was out here dropping
40 points a game in the bubble. I don't think he's averaged 10 since then.
Hey, he was going to work though in the bubble.
Man, it's crazy. But yeah, I really just think, Like, and the big thing for me is they always say it: the best ability is availability. Jokic last year played over 70 games, and Perk's gonna say that Embiid was cheated after he only played what 50? Is that was that Pops yawning? I saw it. Pops went,
Yeah.
Pops yawned, and I heard a baby yawn.
That's my daughter.
Dude, I'm clipping that shit. That's crazy. Pops went. That's
Hey, man, I
wild.
went through
Dude.
shit, man.
Something wrong with you, like.
That's fucking wild, bro. Pops,
Hey,
do it again.
hey,
Do it again,
hey.
Pops.
Hey, but to get back to your point though, too, even last year, Denver, they was giving it to the Warriors
It was out there, bro.
because Jokic was out there going to work.
And they played, bro. Like
I was nervous, but I was like, I know the Warriors gonna get out.
Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, Rob, did you see? And Gonzo was talking about it on Easy Money Sports Betting Show. You could check it out after this mic don't even work. You could check it out after this one. But James Wiseman is going crazy right now in sports betting because the over is like plus 100 on over 10 points. And this kid's getting 20. His kid's getting 25. He's going out there. He's hooping. I think
Well, there's nobody on their team. That's why.
There's no
they got some dogs over there. They got
what
some.
I'm saying is no pressure.
I think
Pressure
he
is
just gets
different.
shots.
Pressure
That's
is
the only
different. Now, pressure different. When you playing with expectations, and this is no knock against him.
Yeah.
But you were like literally crowned the missing big man that the Warriors needed.
Right.
That is a lot of pressure coming to somebody straight out of college to be the final infinity stone to the gauntlet. Like that's what you were basically telling this man. You are the final stone that they needed to complete this infinity gauntlet with the Warriors.
But
like,
do you think it's, and this is like, hey, you watch a lot more Warriors than I do. I literally just watch Klay Thompson highlights. I ain't even gonna cap. But I've never really seen Steve Kerr utilize a 5 consistently. And I think the only little flash of it was Andre Iguodala in the finals way back when. And that was kind of him just doing his own thing. And he also kind of played the 4 at times. But I think like I've never seen Steve Kerr properly utilize the center position.
No, I won't say that because then you got to think about he had JaVale McGee and
what he do
and Bogut.
But that's the thing though. They weren't scorers. You know what I mean?
Didn't need them to be scoring in the
but that's what James is. Like everyone thought James was going to be a guy who's going to give you 10 plus boards and play good defense with alongside Draymond. But that's not what he was when he played in Memphis. That's what Gonzo and I talked about when he did play at Memphis. He was a scorer. The guy can handle the rock. Like he's one of those point centers that you could really look at. Maybe not assist wise, but he's going to make his own play. And I think that was one of the big problems is you got guys like Clay, Poole, and Curry who are all looking for each other. And then Draymond's looking for one of those 3.
And then you still got Wiggins who's going to need to get some touches as well. It's
I think,
but I mean, you can make that same argument for Taylor Horton Tucker. Like he didn't fit in with the Lakers because he was never going to be the person that had the ball in his hand. And then he goes to Utah and he goes to work.
I also mean this respectfully. I don't think Taylor Horton Tucker is that talented. Like respectfully, I've seen Taylor play in person. He grew up here.
I know.
Hey, got love for him.
He's a dog.
I got love for him. At your local export, he'll drop 40 on your head every single night. But in the NBA, I think Taylor Horton Tucker is athletically, how do I put it in the right way? He's athletically put in a box. I think he's a guy who can stay in the league, but I don't think he's going to be a guy who you look at and say, this is the missing piece,
Yeah, and you won't look at Wiseman like that either.
I think it's way
too
late.
Wiseman is literally living the Flint Tropics moment right now. No lie. You got traded to a bad team. You're the only person on that team with a ring. And you're putting up numbers for yourself. I mean, this is Flint, Michigan Tropics right now going on.
But I think they're a solid team. I think they literally are just missing. If I'm going to say it right now, if Cade Cunningham was healthy and he was playing the rest of the season, I think they make the playoffs.
You talking about Detroit Pistons?
I think the Detroit Pistons make the playoffs going in the next year. I really do.
This is a team that's literally last place under the Rockets.
And that's fine. I think that's something right now. You look at it going into next year, James Wiseman goes into it with another year under the system. They have great coaching. I love their coach, and I think that's something not a lot of people talk about. You look at Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, a couple other guys they got over there that they snagged from other teams. I forget the kid.
You don't even know.
They got from the Kings, but I mean, they got a bunch of dogs over here. They got the psychopath and Isaiah Stewart. I mean, come on, you need a Dennis Rodman on your squad. You need a guy who wants to punch LeBron in the fucking face. And that's Pops right now calling everyone a pussy. He's the Dennis Rodman of the panel. Like, yes, it really is like that though. And I think that's something with Detroit. Not a lot of people are ready to talk about. Is these guys are young, but I think they're coming really fast. It's kind of like OKC.
Hey, Mike,
and Wiseman fits in better.
Detroit ain't on nothing.
I think they are. I think they on to something.
Yeah, they're on that 3-1-3.
And they got Bogdanovich too. I forgot about
Free
Bogdanovich.
World 3-1-3. What free world?
Bogdanovich, bro, you really brought up that name. Like
Bogdanovich has been solid with them.
Hey, I'm sorry. If you got a Nanovich in your name, you a dog.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, all right. So look,
you a dog. Hey,
he means that literally.
You got these guys under 25. You got Jaden Ivey. I think he's solid. Cade Cunningham, solid. You got Bogdanovich as your veteran. You got James Wiseman, Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Haynes. I think they got some nice little pieces. Alec Burks.
Need some guards. That's what they sound like to me.
I think they need.
Yeah, but you're saying by next year they could be a playoff team. I wouldn't give them just 1 year, Mike. I would not just give them 1 year. You're naming a bunch of young, talented stars.
Sure, what happened to Memphis?
And they're gonna. What happened to Memphis?
Memphis got blessed with a John Morant.
They got blessed with a John Morant. Yeah, you know who else got blessed with a John Morant?
You know
who else got blessed? That gun that he was holding got blessed.
Hey, in a span of a year.
Hey, Frankie, how do you tell people to stop cursing and you say stuff like that?
Listen. I'm high authority. I can say what I want. All right,
yeah,
you gotta be respectful.
Get him out of here.
Now he's the authority card. Now Frankie telling us what's good for business.
You guys gotta acknowledge me. All right,
acknowledge these nuts, Frankie.
Hey, he can have that authority card as long as he's not taking our monthly dues.
I know, right?
Oh man.
Exactly. See, exactly.
Lord,
you don't see me.
Everybody's on.
You don't see me being like, yo.
Everybody's on fire here today.
You know, Frankie, my big point was like with Memphis, right? Like they're not shit right now. Like obviously they have the whole jaw situation, but how that organization changed with Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Dylan Brooks, and Desmond Bane within a year, just like that, it was like, damn, Memphis is kind of like legit now.
But none of those young players you just named me from Detroit.
But you don't know that.
Jackson.
But you don't know that.
Yes, we do. We just saw a year of them playing.
You just saw Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey play 5 games.
Y'all listen to Kendrick Lamar?
All the time.
I would have to say that the Detroit Pistons, boo-boo. Everybody that you just named, boo-boo.
I don't think so. I think they're going to.
I think Ivey's going to be a real good guard for the Pistons.
I think Ivey, Wiseman, and Cunningham.
I'm not saying what Rob's saying. I'm not saying that they're boo-boo. All I'm saying is Mike is you're saying that by next year they could be a playoff team. I don't think you give that young solid core 1 year to develop. You know, it's differently with Memphis. Honestly, it's real differently with Memphis.
So how?
Well, who's a John Morant on their team?
Cade Cunningham.
Stop that. Who's a Dylan Brooks on their team?
Stop it, Mike.
Who's a Dylan Brooks on their team?
Real. I'm so dead ass. I think people sleep on Cade Cunningham every single day.
Hey, don't do that to Cade Cunningham. I don't think he wants to be like John Morant right now.
Oh, I wouldn't need it because why would I want to shoot random people? What happened? Get too personal? You can act good, but you can't fake struggle, right?
I mean, a little bit because he didn't shoot nobody.
You can act good, but you can't fake struggle, right?
Hey.
Hey, Rob, I got something for you. What y'all know about syrup sandwiches, baby?
Hey, he don't know nothing about that.
He don't know nothing about that shit. That man grew up eating Kellogg's. Shut the fuck up, Ja.
What was it that we called John a couple weeks ago?
Ja Crispy.
Now we're gonna start calling him his real name. His
Demetrius?
name is Demetrius.
Come on, Demetrius Jamal.
He is no longer John Morant until he get his act together. That is Demetrius.
We called him a half hood crook.
He is.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
My man,
no, he's a half hood crook. A half hood crook.
I'm convinced
That's
Polo
differently.
G just puts on a John Moran jersey.
Man, like
and walks out
I
with
said,
him.
man, John Moran just got some growing up to do, man. I get it.
I don't.
You know, sometimes the hood life can be like, I know when I was younger coming up, I was really in love with mob movies. You know,
But he doesn't
just
live in the hood no more.
seeing how those guys live. You going to restaurants and they making tables for you. You know what I mean? When everybody else has to stand in line, everywhere you go, somebody handing you an envelope full of money. Yeah, I get it. That stuff can be glamorous. But my thing is, like you saying, Frankie, John, you made it, dude. You got a $200 million contract. You got an
should be living in a
endorsement deal
mansion
with
on the
Nike.
suburbs.
You got an endorsement deal with Powerade. Why? Who makes it out the hood to go back?
Mike.
Maybe.
He just gotta get that together, dude.
Mike never left. That's the difference.
When you know, if God bless me to have that type of money, man, I'm going places where everybody can't go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Listen,
Everybody can't go with it.
We're not saying Josh shouldn't have a gun. All right, because I believe that
Yeah,
every
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying
every
is
professional has a gun locked up in their house.
you
no
shouldn't
lie.
be flashing your gun like you in a music video, dude.
Exactly. Like
You
when you know
flashing
that you're
your
a
gun
face
like
of a
dude.
franchise.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of concealed carry people in Illinois. We don't walk around just flashing our guns.
It's different for Pops because he's an old time, right, mafia member where he used to do the books. So like, he carries all the time. That's different.
But
right?
even as a
Ja don't need
mafia,
to do that.
look, even as a mafia member, dude, see, I'm from an area where if you show a gun, you better use it. You can't go around just saying I got a gun. What that mean? I got a gun too. He got a gun too. She got a gun too. What the hell? Everybody got guns. Don't nobody scared of no gun. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad it's something like this that's happening to him instead of us reading about Ja getting shot at or killed,
shooting somebody.
or shooting someone, right? You know what I'm saying? Where things can get really out of hand, man. Like, anytime you start involving pistols in any situation, it never turns out good for anybody.
What's the thing? You put yourself in the situations like he's been putting himself in. One thing can happen, and there goes your whole career.
Yeah, like Shannon Sharp said, Chris, because I know people that think like this. Like, people will see you flashing a gun and say, okay, I want to see how tough bro really is. Now I'm about to put you in a position where you're going to either have to use it or you're going to lose it.
I'm tough as
And
fuck.
not just that. The incident with the kid, that happened in 2017, correct?
I don't even know.
I heard.
I
thought
it happened a minute ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it happened in 2017. So you got your situation with your Instagram live showing flashing off your weapon. You got that 2017 incident where you slapped a kid showing off your pistol that was on your waistband. So now you got the police. Honestly, they can go back and look farther to see what John Morant actually did before 2017.
Frankie, you also forgetting about, remember when the team altercation wasn't it against the Pacers?
Yep.
The team altercation, like, and now people saying like they see a red beam coming out of a truck. Dude, you don't play like that, bro. You don't play like that. Like, dude, I've seen people, you know what I'm saying, get in situations where it's not good, playing around with a gun or trying to be fake tough, trying to be tough Tony. No offense, Tony. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we say. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody think they Billy Badass until they run into Billy Badass. And you realize you ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Something bad could have happened. He could have been flashing that gun, waving it around, popped that off next to his ear, or probably popped that off on against his ear. You know what I'm saying? Or something bad. Like, bro,
Frankie, or even somebody seeing that red beam come out from that truck and they start shooting at your truck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Plexico Burris was saying the other day. He was telling Ja, he said, learn from my mistakes. He said,
yeah, bro.
Plexico was the first cheddar bob of the NFL.
The first cheddar bob, the only cheddar bob.
That was the cheddar. What, he shot himself right in the club?
Yep,
100%.
Shot himself in the leg. That's what he was talking about. He said my career was never the same after that. He goes, not just not being able to get back to the athletic level. He said, but the respect I used to have, just the way everybody looked at me. I was never able to fully recover from that.
Oh yeah, I bet you people called him Cheddar Bob. I bet you, because I would have called him. I'm like, what up, Cheddar Bob? Don't shoot. Don't shoot. You know. But yeah, man, you know, I really I'm praying for Ja. You
How long you
know,
think Moran will be out? How long you think? I know they're saying at
um,
least 4 games.
they
You think
send
he
at least
plays any
4
more of the
more
regular
games.
season?
Nah, he gonna come back because I don't think they're gonna be able to definitively say because I mean the man could have traveled on his own private jet and he could have bought the gun there, left the gun in his book bag in his hotel room. Like he don't, you know, there's no evidence to say he ever had it where the NBA would consider, you know, it to be a no gun zone. So I think he's gonna be able to beat that case. Josh is gonna have to do his best to just stay out of the limelight in a negative way.
I got breaking news right now for news on Luka Doncic, and if Jay McLovin, you're hearing this, we know that you're a huge Dallas Maverick fan, so this is news for you. Uh, MRI on his thigh is clean, and he's expected to return as soon as discomfort allows him to return. So I'm guessing he's going to be out a couple of games.
Oh, he get hurt last night.
Yeah, he got a thigh strain last night. I think in the second quarter, and he got it wrapped up. Went to the locker room. They ruled him out for the rest of the game, and he had to get an MRI today.
We
I'm
can't.
just
But
glad it
here's my
wasn't nothing
thing.
serious.
Here's my thing, Damon. We can't just blame all these guys' problems because of the money. You can't. There's a lot of rich people out there. There's a lot of people that make money every day that don't do stupid shit. So we can't just say it's all the money's problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there's a
can't
lot of
say
people
money
that don't make money that do stupid
Yeah,
shit.
because Damien, if you really know, we literally just said John Morant had an incident in 2017. This was before anybody. He was in the league, but this was before anybody even knew about who John Morant was or what he was or how he played or how he is on the court. This is before anybody knew how he was. So
Right.
you can't say
He just won most improved player of the year. And he's a
Just because you
superstar.
got money don't make just because you got money ain't gonna make you smart overnight.
no.
Yeah, I get
Well,
tired of people trying to take money out their
he's
hand.
saying that they get the money.
No, but what I'm
But
saying
what he's saying though is basically they're getting in trouble is when they get the money that the money is the devil. No, it's not.
No.
Money isn't the devil. It's you got. It don't matter if you're rich or poor. You got to make smart decisions.
if you're an idiot before you got the money, the chances are you still may be an idiot with money.
That's it. You said
It's
a
true.
mouthful right there, Tony.
I mean,
You said a mouthful right there. Hey, people think because you got some money now, it's gonna change the way your nah, bro. You still an idiot.
Telling
yeah,
you,
I
bro,
mean,
don't question money situation when it's with Pops, man. I'll tell you right now, he is a former mafia book taker. Like he knows the money
He's a
situation.
bookkeeper. You're a
He's a
bookkeeper,
bro.
Frank.
He knows it. Yeah, bro, he knows it.
I cooked
He
the
knows the
books,
money
man.
in and out.
Hey, no, but you know what? The problem is that these players are not surrounding themselves with smart people. That's the problem. See, LeBron was smart as hell. Like you got to surround people. You got to surround yourself with people that are really your friends. That'll look at your ass and be like, "Was that really fucking stupid? Was that smart? Stop being stupid." You
And
know what I'm saying?
everybody you hung out with before you made it isn't made to follow you when you make to be
And
with you when you make it.
And it's just not.
You got to move on from some people.
It's just not friends either. It's also align yourself with smart business people.
Yeah,
and people that have a reputation of doing the right thing, or even if they're not. I mean, Lamar Jackson, for example, I think it was a big mistake him not getting an agent. I really do.
Yeah.
I think if he had an agent, I think he would be making more money right now.
Yeah.
That and his parenting level as well. His parenting style when he was growing up. Honestly, we've seen how his dad acts and reacts on the court against and for people.
Morant.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad got to be more of a, and I hate to say that because I don't want to judge how you parent somebody, but just from what I've seen, you got to be more of a father sometime and not be a friend. That's
He's
one
a
of the things.
he's a ghetto. He's a
That's-
full ghetto LaMelo.
That's one of the
LeVar
things
Ball.
my mom used to tell me all the time. I tell y'all, boy, me and my mom had some great moments, but the moment you ever jump too much out your body, she will tell you, I am not your friend. You better get it together.
Damien, you don't even know what the hell you're saying, bro.
Hey, Damien, like if I don't know if you ever heard the great saying, bro, money ain't evil. It's the love of money that's evil, man. It's
No,
what you
not
would
even
do
that,
for
Rob.
money.
Don't even say that to him, Rob. Because read what he just said. Honestly, put that back up. Read that, bro. When people win the lotto, they wind up dead, kidnapped, or in prison.
I don't know what
How
you're
the
talking about.
how do you know that these
If you get
people?
kidnapped, that's not your fault.
How do you? First of all, Pops, I want to know how the hell do you know when people win the lotto, they wind up dead, kidnapped, or in prison? Do you know the person that won the lotto in California? Do you know the person that won the lotto in Texas? Are they still staying in Texas, or are they moving somewhere else, Damien? Like, come on, bro. Like, if you're gonna make a point, make a smart point. Like, that's the stupidest point that you can say. When somebody wins the lotto, why they end up winding dead or kidnapped or in prison? Prison, I understand, but kidnapped or dead, like, come on, bro. Make no sense. Idiot.
Oh wow.
I love all of our viewers and I love all of our followers, but sometimes, bro, just sometimes there's always gotta be that one person that's gotta be an idiot.
yeah, it's not. It's, now, can money cause you problems? Yes, but anything can cause you problems. It's not. It's not the money. It's not just the money.
Sex cause you problem.
Yeah.
We're not gonna blame that on sex. We see many athletes, baseball, football, basketball, where they end up having civil lawsuits for dealing with women. Literally dealing with women, and but nobody, like it's just. It just gets
Hey,
to me
women.
because
Ain't nobody here say women's the devil.
exactly. Thank you.
Maybe.
I mean, you do got some people that would say
Did I
that,
just say that?
honestly.
No, this thing.
Hey,
No, you do got some people that be saying that, priests and stuff.
That's true.
priest can't say nothing. Well, I'm
Bro,
gonna stay out of that. I'm gonna stay out of that one.
Oh well, this
But-
show's been off the hook today.
Hey, this show's been way out the hook. We are wilding out.
And
I'm
Jay's
watching this
not even
Ohio.
here.
I
And
know.
Jay-
I'm watching this Ohio State and Iowa game.
Yep.
Big Ten,
I'm
baby.
surprised Michigan got
I
killed
should
by
have been
Rutgers.
there because it's in Chicago.
We went last year to the championship game, Iowa and
Purdue,
Purdue.
Big
Yep.
Ten championship.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who
last
you
year.
rooting for Iowa?
We was hoping IU was going to be in it, but they got.
Beat by
I
Iowa
got-
on
I
the
might-
second shot.
Yeah, I won't lie. Out of the Big Ten schools, I won't lie. Like, of course, Illinois is number one for me, but after that, I think I probably root for Ohio State the most. University, the Ohio State University. That would have been the place I would have liked to attend.
I'm a big IU fan,
Iowa University.
but we don't play till tomorrow.
IU.
IU, Indiana.
Oh, Indiana University. Oh, you know what? Indiana is good too. But
We don't
I
play till
would have
tomorrow
like
night.
Ohio State, like I've heard stories like of just
Oh.
how great that college is. So
That's my son's favorite team.
Yep.
He's always been a big Ohio State fan.
the Ohio, and plus when they say it like on the NFL thing, when they giving their introduction, the Ohio State University.
Your son is an Ohio State fan.
Yep.
Are you an Ohio State fan?
Nope.
Such bad parenting on you, Chris. What the hell?
He's a Arizona Cardinal fan.
Oh my
St. Louis
God,
Cardinal
Chris.
fan.
What
St.
is
Louis
wrong
Cardinal
with you?
fan.
He rooted for
just
he
loves
rooted for like
Cardinals,
every
huh?
team opposite of what I rooted for.
He
He
just
usually
likes
goes
birds.
Like when 10 years ago when Daniel Bryan we thought was one of the best wrestlers in the world, he thought he sucked. Now he thinks Daniel Bryan's the best wrestler in the world. So he just usually goes against us.
I mean, that's awesome. I want my kids to go against me, but they're all girls, so they know better.
It used to be.
Hey, yeah, you'll see. I had a daughter, and I'd rather had 10 sons. You'll find out. Jesus Christ. You'll find out. And I love my daughter, and she's the greatest young lady you want to know. But when she hit 15, Jesus Christ. All hell broke loose.
Hey, Tony be keeping that shit real.
Hey, I'm just telling you, I'd take 10
He said,
sons.
I had 10 shit. Getting on my goddamn.
He used to be a big. He used to be a big Brooklyn Nets fan because he liked Darren Williams.
Yep.
But
Now
see,
he-
Darren Williams, like when that Illinois, that's the team that made me Illinois fan.
That was
There
his,
was
that was
Darren
his favorite player
Williams,
when he was young.
Luther Head, D Brown, Augustine. What was the other one? Rev. I forgot Rev's name. They had a squad, boy. That Illinois team. I knew we was gonna lose though to North Carolina because Sean May was big as hell. He gave us the business. But what's that? Was that 2006?
That sounds about
Was
right.
that back in 2005, 2006? That team. Damn, man, it's time is flying, man. We getting old. Shit.
That sounds about right.
You're getting old. Gee.
I'm getting old, pops.
You need to stop getting old, so I'll stop getting old.
I'm like, damn. What Jay would say, what a time to be alive.
Oh my God! Don't be quoting him.
I gotta quote Jay. It only
Don't
feels
do
right.
it. He's not
Hey,
here.
don't-
We don't want to hear quotes.
Don't
from him.
tell nobody. Don't tell nobody I said this. I hate to admit it, but I miss Jay.
Oh my God! How the world has changed. What universe am I in? Did I just walk into a Doctor Strange multi-universe type shit? Like,
And don't tell Jay because his head won't even fit on the screen. He'll get that big head. He's already got a big head as it is.
You gonna be like, well, listen here, pops. I miss you too.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
while he's sipping out his Houston Astros cup.
Yep. Let me tell you something, Bert and Ernie. Fuck you. Just fuck you.
Oh God.
But let's get the final thoughts because I gotta get ready to do this other show.
And my final thoughts was, man, I'm glad I came on here. Hey, mental health is real, man. So I always like to reiterate to people, man, if you having problems, man, hey, reach out, say something. Whatever way you say something, just say something. It's always important. I was just happy to come on here and just get a break from life and just talk sports with my brothers on here. So appreciate y'all.
Sometimes that's all you need is just a break.
Just a break, man. You know, I'm working as we speak, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, hey, I might be feeling bad, but I got my mind and my eye on the prize. I ain't gonna stop fighting. I'm on, only until I can't fight no more. You know, that's when the fight is done.
Frankie.
Yeah, man. Everybody, a lot of basketball games going on tonight. World Baseball Classics is underway. Hoping everybody's catching that as well. USA don't play until
You been watching a
Saturday.
lot of that, Rob?
What
He's
baseball?
not a baseball guy. You know that, Chris.
The United States played last night.
No.
I thought they played like a.
They play Saturday.
Oh,
No, but they had I thought they were supposed to have a scrimmage game against the Giants.
they might have. I don't know.
I think that was last night, or maybe it's tonight. They're
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to
not
play.
sure.
They're supposed to play the Giants in a scrimmage.
But yeah,
about that.
everybody enjoy your day. And if you guys, we're not live tonight on Unscripted, so follow us on Twitter at Unscripted Guys, and you can catch all your latest news on sports. Also catch us on TikTok at Unscripted Sports. Our boy Logan Landers does a huge and amazing job there. And yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Laker Nation, fuck Dub Nation.
Yeah, no unscripted tonight because Jay McLovin's being a little bit lazy. Didn't want to do it tonight, so they'll be back on
pussy
Tuesday. I'm surprised he hasn't been on here today commenting on something.
He hasn't commented. He hasn't been writing us back really quickly on Facebook Messengers or nothing like that. He is fully locked down pussy witch right now. It's okay though. It's okay because listen, when we all go out of town with our females and our ladies and stuff, that we're pussy witch too. I'm not gonna lie. But damn, Jay, you could at least stop by and say hi.
Hey, you saying hi to something else right now.
Rob, stop. That's a 50. He's a 50-year-old man. It's 2:58 in the afternoon Eastern time. You know damn well he ain't doing nothing.
Hey,
he's drinking right now.
That don't mean and that's a natural aphrodisiac.
Not for that old man.
You get to drinking and you get to looking at your like,
Not for that old man. Not this early. He's drinking.
Hey, you never know. He might have a blue chew.
No, he's drinking and he's looking at food menus right now, saying,
He might have a blue chew. He ready to go, or he might got some of that honey. Y'all know that honey I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the honey you put in your coffee.
Yeah, you are, because that's exactly what he eats all the time, fat fuck.
Damn.
This is Frankie's way of saying that he missed Jay. In his weird way.
But no, we'll be live here in just a few minutes with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That's basically it for today. This is going to be one of my lightest days. Only two shows.
I know we might as well go ahead and start this wrestling podcast up.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, everybody. We are us three right here, actually. Live in front of you, myself, Rob Scott, and Chris Gonzo. Even if Pops want to come by, because he's a huge wrestling guy as well. We are actually in the works right now of trying to create a wrestling podcast for you all. We all know that Chris got his own thing going with his wrestling and stuff like that, his indie wrestlers and everything like that. But this is going to be a podcast where we're going to get together, talk about some Monday Night Raw, some Friday Night SmackDown, even some AEW on Dynamite and everything like that. Also, instead of all of us going on our unscripted page, we're gonna just, for live events, we're gonna have a wrestling page for you guys. So nobody gets any more confusions and stuff like that. So there's a lot of work coming in to ASAP for wrestling between us three.
Oh, I'm geeked.
And then I'm glad you said that, because Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, we're going to be at a live pro wrestling show. Main event is Brian Pillman Jr. Against Apollo Star. So
that's going to be cool.
So check that out. Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Brian Pillman hasn't been on AEW in a while, so he's got to be wrestling somewhere.
Yep, that's true. Also, Rob Scott, we got a big show April 8th here in Indiana. Going to have Kurt Angle, Rikishi, and Buff Bagwell there.
Yeah, I was just watching a video on Rikishi, and they were showing, I guess he was like in the ring with, I want to say with Ming, and he took like a kick the wrong way, and he like went off on this rookie, like he beat his ass with a chair. I was like,
and then we found out he has another son that's about ready to be coming up.
Hey, boy, the Anoa'i family, man, they got him.
They're a huge family, yeah.
They got
Listen,
him.
I want you both to tell Kurt Angle he sucks. I want you to tell Rikishi to get that fat ass in the ring and own the bloodline. And then I want you to tell Buff Bagwell that he's a huge pussy. He wasn't ever buff.
Because he's buff and he's the stuff.
It's going to be interesting to see what he looks like now, because
he probably looks the same. I won't lie.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't.
No, I just seen a picture. No,
it's been about 15.
Is he fat?
No, he's not fat, but he's just not buff.
He's just had a hard last 15 years.
I'm going to say it's probably been about 16, 17 years since I've seen
taking them roids.
Drugs and alcohol put a beating on him.
He's basically pulling a what's his name from basketball when he played with the Dallas Mavericks. What's his name? Oh my God, he's literally a poor guy and
I know
No.
who
Mark
you're
Cuban
talking
was
about.
helping him out. And
Oh, you
he's,
talking about Delonte? I mean, Delonte
yes,
West?
Delonte West.
Yeah.
Yes, Delonte West. He's basically having his type of lifestyle.
Man,
That's
I know
rough.
when I saw Les Luger in a wheelchair, I was just shocked. Like, wow,
I wasn't.
the total package. I don't know. I've been watching all that. Like, I've been watching that WWE biography stuff. Like the one with the NWO is beautiful.
Yeah,
Did you see
I
the
like
Jake the
Mr.
Snake
Perfect.
Roberts one?
I'm watching that one next.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good.
But Jake the Snakes, though, like, see, people don't understand. Well, that DDT was something different.
Oh yeah. And
All
what
right,
you
Rob. Damn. They got a show to do.
I'm
It's coming
sorry.
up in a couple
You
of
all
minutes.
right? You all
If you
right?
want to
You all
talk
right?
about wrestling, we're going to
Look.
do this on our new podcast.
Look. Hey, I'm telling you, when we get to talking wrestling, well, I talk wrestling.
GSR. We're going to change that GSR. We're gonna make it into the FCR.
Yeah. Oh God, man.
But though, we appreciate everybody joining this day for the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Hope everybody has a great day. Join us here in about 15, 20 minutes for Easy Money, a sports betting show. My picks were 4-2 yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I'm 148 for 126 on the year.
Okay.
So doing pretty good.
All right, yeah, I need to watch so I get some money.
All right, yeah, everybody enjoy your day. Yo, Pop, stay looking sexy, bro.
All right.
All right. See you guys later.